Hydra picture. Did you guys see that? That Hydra was like wearing one of those awkward sweaters that, you know, evil people put on their dogs. Man, that was really weird. Could you imagine an actual real life Hydralisk just wearing a dog sweater? I don't know if that would be like cute or terrifying. Probably both. I probably wouldn't live long enough to actually consider it though, so it wouldn't really matter. Anyway, it's going to be a cross-position PvP, and yeah, I mean, Ground Zero is a pretty standard map. They made some changes to it. Doesn't really affect PvP, I don't think. I guess the natural is a little bit more harassable by Reavers, not necessarily. And we are doing the good old show a picture of every white guy in the crowd, because we have nothing else to do in the beginning of the game. Sweet. Alright, so gateways down for both players. And here's hoping that Lizzie, you know, has actually figured out how to play Rudor since his last appearance in Pro League. That actually sounds really, really harsh, but I mean, the game was honestly very, very low quality. And you could just tell by the choice of strategy, like, even though he wasn't playing, you know, like an S-class player or anything, he was only playing piano from Air Force A's, like not exactly the most, the scariest opponent that you can face, and he still did like this ultra cheese strategy that's just like, yep, I know I'm terrible, so please just let me win, because I'm Protoss. Anyway, looks like standard stuff so far for both players, getting gas, getting cybernetics core. Looks like it's going to be core first for Trap and Zealot first for Lizzie. So he's probably going to go for Zell core Zell. You can see by he's got a second pylon already. So Trap's tech's going to be a little bit ahead. And look, it's the Hydra thing. It's the Hydra wearing a sweater. Man, that's creepy. And by creepy I mean the picture's awesome, but I would not want to see one of those in real life. Anyway, it looks like little pro guy getting it in here. It's unfortunately, since they did the little color switch thing, all of the neutral critters are now yellow on the minimap, so I'm getting a little bit confused. Like just now we saw a second yellow dot there at the bottom left. I'm pretty sure that was just a Kakaru. I will try my best to deal with it. Anyway, it looks like Scouting Probe just now going out for Trap. He's actually going directly cross map here. Now this makes me wonder, was he intending to scout cross map from the beginning, or did he actually do this based on the timing of Lizzie's probe scout? I'm inclined to say it's the latter, because, you know, scouting after gateway is very, very common in PvP, and I guess in PvT on a 4-player map. So perhaps just judging from when that probe entered his base, he's like, well, I'm pretty sure he's cross map, but let me just go have a look-see. And indeed he was. Unfortunately for him though, unfortunately for Lizzie rather, his Zealot was not actually positioned correctly on that ramp. I'm a little bit surprised by that. I mean, you know, getting that ramp block correctly with just one Zealot is pretty tricky, and now looking at that ramp on Ground Zero, I'm not even sure if it's necessarily possible. I'm pretty sure it is, but either way, he didn't do it right, so looks like it's going to be a robo from him though. Robo? Oh, what is this guy? What is that guy doing? What's that probe doing there? Yep, it is going to be a robo there. Of course, placing it just at the top of the ramp, so if you need to make any slow reavers, they can kind of just walk over to that to the top of the ramp to help defend yourself. Or if you go for a fast expansion, they can just walk down the ramp and help defend your natural. Better than making it kind of further back in the main, in which case it would take the Reaver like an hour to walk from the main to the natural. Actually, yeah, the Reaver makes me think of that little shuttle thing that NASA uses to carry the space shuttle over from like the hangar to the launch pad. I don't know if anybody, you guys know what I'm talking about, but I think I watched like a documentary on Discovery Channel or something, and it's like they have this really cool. Oh, hold that thought! Looks like we might have a Dragoon snipe. No, I think he's gonna get away. I think he will actually escape here. Wow, that was really close. One hit left on that Dragoon. Whew. Man, wait. Why? Man, Trap is being super aggressive here. It's not like he's even gone for like a 3 or 4 gate. He's only got 2 gateways, and he's just going for it here. Trap is just going for the bust. Lizzie only has 1 gateway's worth of production. I think he added on a second gateway, but I don't think it's finished yet. Or I'm not even sure, but Trap has just a vastly superior Dragoon count here, and those Zealots are really not going to do too much. He's going to try and just hold position at the top of the ramp, just buy some time for more goons and maybe a Reaver to come out, but these Dragoons doing so much damage, getting free shots off on the Zealots. 2 more Dragoons coming out for Lizzie, but Trap, man, he's just making it look easy here. Looks like Shuttle coming out, might even try some fancy lift and drop micro on those Dragoons, do some boxer style stuff. Anyway, it looks like Lizzie's support bay is halfway done now, so his Reaver will be coming out shortly. But look at this Trap! Trap, despite having a unit advantage and like being super duper aggressive, his Reaver tech is actually not even behind. Like, you'd think that given everything that's happened here, Lizzie would at least have faster Reaver tech, but no, he just doesn't have anything. I don't know what he's been doing. He's been AFK for like the past 5 minutes. Anyway, first Observer's coming out now for Trap. Just gonna go see what's up. I'm fairly certain that he saw that Robo though when he was doing that aggression. Like, one of his Dragoons definitely managed to walk up the ramp there, so I'm fairly certain he knows what's going on. But he's gonna send that Observer out anyway. Meanwhile, there's some yellow dot at the bottom there. Is that just a Kakaru? What is that? I think it's just a Kakaru, because the Observer's ignoring it. Yeah, okay, looks like it is a Kakaru. Man, that is confusing. Anyway, Lizzie now just holding the top of his ramp, getting his own observatory. As far as I know, he's actually not aware that it is a Robo build from Trap. So it's actually slightly risky for him to go Shuttle Reaver and then Observer. If Trap is doing some kind of fast DT, he would be in trouble. Although, having said that, given Trap's early aggression with his Dragoons, it is very unlikely that he would be going for fast DTs, just because he's spending all his gas on Goons and Goon range. So I think that's actually a fine little optimization there for Lizzie to just delay that observatory. Anyway, it looks like Trap is actually not going to go for any Shuttle Harass. He's just making slow Reavers here, walking them over to the natural, and he's going to expand relatively soon here, I would imagine. He's setting up for it already. It's quite funny too, because his Robo isn't actually like placed right above his ramp. He just kind of left it by the gateways. I mean, it is fairly close to the natural, but it's a little bit of a further walk compared to what Lizzie's done with his building placement. In the meantime, you know, despite that early aggression, the supplies are still fairly even. You know, it was just a few Dragoons traded there, and that gradually becomes less important as the game goes on. And looks like, ooh, interesting, a shield battery even going down for a Trap here. Now that is, that's actually fairly common nowadays when you're playing this kind of defensive Reaver style. Of course, you don't have any shuttle to help micro your Reavers with, to help keep them alive, so you just use a shield battery there instead. And he is going to need it, of course, because Lizzie is coming in here. He's got a shuttle, presumably only one Reaver, so it's going to be one Reaver against two. No, he does have two Reavers, actually. Okay, I'm sorry, he actually did wait for two Reavers. I guess that would make sense, considering the timing here, and the fact that two Reavers are already out for... Oh my god, are you kidding me? Wow! Trap just runs up, snipes a shuttle with one Reaver in it, snipes a second Reaver, and he's like, well, job's a good one. That's like not even close. It's not even close! Oh my god, this is so sad, Lizzie. Lizzie, GG's. Trap is like, wait, is that it? Do I just get a win for that? Alright, sweet. Okay, I mean, I kind of feel bad for Lizzie, because, I mean, okay, so Lizzie right now is in like the opposite situation from like, you know, the S-class Brood Orb players. So like, you know, players like Stork or Bisu, you know, obviously they're amazing at Brood Orb, but they haven't really been doing amazingly in the StarCraft 2 matches.